Power Rankings time. Oh, yes. Every Wednesday, the made-up list of the hierarchy in the National Football League, and Chris can take shots at it. Hey, mission accomplished yesterday. Good Lord. Engagement farming, clickbait, whatever you call it. People love getting pissed off about where their favorite team is ranked in the power rankings, but let's start at the top. How in the world could you make the argument for anybody but the Eagles to be number one?
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, there's no doubt about that. We've waxed poetically a lot about them for the last 6 months. We know how special that roster is and that team. So I'm with you there all the way. I mean, really, it's hard for me to argue your top five. That's your order right there. I might have it a little differently, but I think those are the.
You'd put the Ravens at 2.
I would put the Ravens at 2. I would put the Ravens at 2. I might even put the Lions at 3 right now for the way I feel going in the year. But I certainly don't disagree with the teams you got really in your top. You basically have all the playoff teams last year, except what? You knocked the Chargers and Steelers out of the playoffs and put the Bengals and 49ers in there above them, is basically what I see, right, to a degree.
And this is just the starting point.
Right.
This is where it begins. And I'm sorry, folks at the bottom, somebody's got to be 32. Somebody's got to be 31. I'm sorry to burst your bubble that's going to carry you all the way to the Super Bowl, but maybe it will. Like, this is where we start. We don't know where we're going to finish. This isn't a prediction. This is just a snapshot of where everyone is right now.
I'm surprised you don't have the Patriots higher. That was one where, I think you're pretty high on them and what they're doing. I thought you might knock them above, right, in some of these teams here, thinking they're maybe in a better spot than a few of the teams you have ranked in front of them.
They're in the process of digging their way out of the hole. They're up to number 20, and I think they will keep getting better and better. I think that they'll be a playoff team when it's all said and done. We'll post our full predictions for the season. Not that anybody cares about those. They look at them. They process them. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're a moron. And if you're right, nobody ever says anything. But I think the Patriots are going to make it. With 7 spots, I think they're going to get one of them. So they'll be higher than 20 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I don't know. Why didn't you put them up higher than now? Why didn't you believe in what you believe in?
This is where you are right now. This is not a prediction. It's a snapshot of where they are right now. This is the power they currently have. They have to go out and earn more, and I believe that they will earn more and climb as the season unfolds. Any other teams in that second panel, 17 to 32, that you think could rise up and make it onto the
I definitely
short
do.
list?
I mean, I think those teams like you got right around the Patriots. I think the Cardinals, this is a huge year for them. I think their team is ready to be there's a list of teams right now in football where we talked about this maybe last week, where it's like, they got playoff caliber stuff. I just don't know if I got the guts to pick them to go to the playoffs, but look at it and go, Cardinals, Colts, Seahawks, Falcons, teams that on my podcast yesterday that I didn't pick in the playoffs, but were on the short list of they got a lot of playoff caliber things there. And that's one of the things I kind of find interesting about this year.
A lot of Dolphins fans unhappy.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Placement at number 29 because they believe that they got a Super Bowl team, or some of them do. But I just feel like that one's got that, and I feel like that's where they start. And again, it's kind of I want to say it's a snapshot, not a prediction. I just feel like there's so much dysfunction that gets ignored around the Dolphins that they earn that spot, and they're going to have to play their way out of it. They're going to have to prove everything wrong. They're going to have to show that they've changed the culture. They're going to have to show that Tyreek Hill's changed. They're going to have to prove to me to move up that they can go out there and win consistently all year long, not just when the weather's nice. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.